Tim Priester following Brian Kelly's press conference previewing Pittsburgh. I don't know how much he actually talked about Pittsburgh. There was a lot of talk about Bruce Springsteen, for those that are wondering who his favorite band is, and he still listens to them. Plenty of talk about Dalen Hayes, day to day. Missed last week's game with a shoulder injury. Brian Kelly said they would be aggressive in pushing him along this week to see if he'll be ready. If he doesn't practice by Wednesday, that doesn't rule him out, so they're trying to get him back on the field. Jafar Armstrong was in the hospital for 6 days. He is now out. He is progressing. He will not play this weekend. Following the bye week, there's a good chance he'll play against Navy. Of course, the topic of Ian Book came up. He was asked whether there would be a change at the starting quarterback position, and he said Ian Book would be the starting quarterback this weekend against Pittsburgh, so we can put that behind us moving forward. As far as Notre Dame and its pass rush, just 15 sacks through 6 games, which doesn't fully capture how good that pass rush has been. We talked about that a little bit. 31 pressures. In the era of 3-step drops, it's difficult many times to get sacks, so he's just happy with the way they're pressuring the quarterback at this stage. As it relates to Pittsburgh, Brian Kelly is very familiar with the Panthers. Pat Narduzzi, who was at Michigan State when he was at Central Michigan and played them on a regular basis. He's very familiar with that style of defense, very aggressive up front, very aggressive with their cornerbacks, and they'll try to put pressure on Ian Book on Saturday, but Ian Book has handled that very well. The big challenge for Notre Dame, of course, is can you avoid the letdown? And this certainly is a game that has letdown written all over it. There are final exams this week. It's difficult for the student athletes. Brian Kelly said that he's tried to get the players to embrace it. It is what it is. There are students taking midterm exams all across the country. It sounds good. It's the way to approach it when you're facing a Pittsburgh team that is coming off a big win over Syracuse, but obviously Notre Dame coming off of Stanford and Virginia Tech. A letdown is very possible, but Notre Dame will do everything they possibly can to avoid that. Other injuries, Troy Pride has a sprained ankle. We saw him come in and out of the Virginia Tech game. They'll go slowly with him, but I would expect Troy Pride to be back on the field this weekend when Notre Dame takes on the Pittsburgh Panthers in Notre Dame Stadium.